Keep your retort, you don't really want to cross swords with a warrior. Let me forewarn you. You throwing like Achilles, clay in a pot of hands, I get invasive. Ayy, my tactics tactile, the soul and wax up the city to be scholar, but now back down. WWE Smackdown, I'm a stone cold stunner with a track out. Look, you see the way I lace it like a track's out. If you don't, it's probably cause you put your cap out. Captain obvious, they love the way I captivate the audience. That boy got the sauce just like a condiment. Look, roll like the Autobahn, dim wit, I'm lit like Vic, I'm with no John. Got my dogs like Vic, got sick and quick, they gone down the road, hit the road till we own them, gone. I've been rolling like a freak.
Good evening, lovely people, and welcome back to this week's episode of We Save with Ave. I tried to find an ascot, but this was as close as it got. Sorry, Dre. Okay. Well, we made it here. We made it. Thank you all for being here. I don't know why I'm out of breath. I was just in the car. This is season 1, episode 6. Cut the cost. On the road, aka transportation costs. Episode 6. Count them, 6. There have been 6 episodes, y'all. Like, I really be doing this every week. I don't have a routine yet, so I'll really be struggling to get it done every week, but it is so fun. And like, this is such a journey. So thank you all once again for being here. I thank you all a lot, but that's because I really do appreciate you. So please continue. I know only 28 of y'all watched my last video and those are accurate numbers, but y'all mean so much to me. Thank y'all, man. If you all didn't catch my subliminal message, y'all better, it's on Tuesday. Don't wait till Tuesday. Don't wait. Please. I'll pay. I ain't got money for that. I'm broke. What am I talking about? But please go vote. Please. Y'all, if you ain't never voted before, this is the time to vote for your life. Those MTV commercials are extra. Vote for your life. But like, really though. All right, lovely people. This is a very special episode. Why is it a special episode, Avery? I'm gonna tell you why, girl. Because I have my very first interview on this episode, and I'm super excited about it. I've never really interviewed anyone for camera before, and I probably shouldn't have started out with one of my close friends, but it was very, very fun, and you all will have the pleasure of meeting the one and the only.
Wish I could help us, so we know you got your share.
Ausar, some call him AJ, some call him Bradley ZF baby. Nobody calls him that. But please enjoy this interview for this week's segment of support systems. Roll film. Welcome.
Thanks.
I can't do this. Why did I try to do an interview with my friend? All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of We Save with Ave. We have, if you hadn't noticed, a very, very special guest here today. Please, sir, who are you? Introduce yourself, because I know you as
AJ.
Ausar,
Or
AJ,
you know, yeah.
Bradley ZF baby,
Right.
and the F is for frugality. I just want you to.
I like that. I like that a lot. I like that.
Please tell us who you are. I mean, what's going on with you?
Yeah. My name is AJ, aka Bradley ZF Baby, aka Chingy Fan 01_. And yeah, I make music sometimes. I be rapping a little bit. And yeah,
That's what you be doing.
Just a little bit.
So what's been going on with you lately? Because obviously there's a reason why I invited you onto this episode for our very special segment, Support Systems. So what's been going on with you lately, Frank?
I just released EP. Body of work is like 5 tracks for the first time since 2017. So
You was in school still.
Yeah, we was still young.
We went to college together.
Yeah.
We made it out.
Barely for me. Woo, we don't have to talk about that.
This project.
Yeah.
I personally love the project. There will be a link to the project at the bottom of this video because it is so dope.
Is it going to like be a...
You're not even talking to them. You're talking to me anyway. It's an awesome project. How many songs is on it?
5 of them.
And what is it called?
Flight of the Honeybee.
And how can we get in tune? How can we listen to your music, follow what you're doing for our awesome community? How?
Yeah, you can find me on all social media at Ausar Music, AUSAR Music. And okay.
I don't have anything like that.
And then you can just find me on all streaming platforms under Ausar.
Okay, so like Spotify.
Spotify, Tidal, Apple. I don't know if y'all be listening on Google. Whatever you do, you feel me? It's there.
Excuse me.
And if it's not there, you just let me know and I'll put it there. Is what I'm saying.
Very important question.
Okay. Very important answer.
Because the answer to this question is going to determine the next question.
Okay.
So, Fresh Prince or Martin? There is a wrong question. Okay, I was like, there's a wrong answer to this. What was your answer?
Fresh Prince.
Period.
And I've been seeing the comments. I've been hearing about it. It's Fresh Prince is undebatable. And I'm standing on that.
If y'all don't want to watch it, I actually have all 6 seasons on DVD. If you got a DVD player, I think my parents, and my cousin might be the only people who still got one, but party at my house when COVID is over. So since you answered Fresh Prince, my question is, what is your favorite extremely cheap thing that you do as a young man living on his own out here in these streets trying to make this money? You got a job, but you're also an artist. You're funding your hopes and dreams, and I'm so happy to hear that. What you do? I know we cheap out here, so let the people know.
I would say I'm gonna call it redistributing resources. I like to redistribute necessary resources for my job. And use
Don't
them,
do this.
And use them, please do. And use them in my own home. It's redistributing resources from the excess and just utilizing them here. It makes so that I have a happier work environment when I enter the building, and I can come home and be happy as well. You know.
This sounds like self-care.
Yeah, it's self-care. It's self-care. I love it.
Ausar, everybody. Ausar, please give him a round of applause. Thank you so much, sir. That was a beautiful answer. I mean, I think that's all. That's a wrap.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's all we got.
So much.
Love you. All right, y'all. We're on the road again. I don't actually know the words to that song, so I'm going to stop right there. First, let's get started with public transportation. I have a lot of mixed feelings about public transportation. I mean, we have a very combative relationship, but at the end of the day, you know, it always gets me where I need to go. You feel me? I know CTA is something to be desired just as a whole. I understand. I have mixed feelings about it too, but it's a very inexpensive option. And when it comes to living in Chicago or living really in any big city with a good transportation system, you're gonna be able to find a bus around the corner. You're gonna be able to find an L around the corner. Probably that's gonna take you at least somewhat close to your destination. It's definitely worth looking into, considering the fact that getting on the bus or getting on the train costs $2.25. And pro tip, you can actually make 2 transfers within a 2-hour period for only an additional 25 cents. So even if you have a route that requires you to take a bus and a train or get on 2 different trains, you're not going to be paying any more than 25 cents. And I feel like that is a bargain that we got to take advantage of. You feel me? go to Walgreens and get a Venture card. They're only $5 and you are able to reload them through your phone. Their app, they actually just redid their app. It got a little makeover and it's really accessible now. Before it was a little bare bones, but we're literally within the last, I think, month and a half, they updated the app. It looks beautiful. You can use Apple Pay, Google Pay, whatever pay through your mobile device to reload your card. So just hold on to it, put it in your wallet like you would your debit card, your credit card, keep it near and dear. So then whenever you need it, you can just throw some more money on it. You don't have to buy a ticket every time you go to the train. I personally take the bus and the train to work every single day because it is the most cost-efficient thing that I can do. I think about how irritating it is to drive to work because although I have a car, I would prefer to allow somebody else to drive me to my destination. I'd much rather chill on my way to work, listen to a podcast, listen to some information that I need to know for work going in, and not have to worry about traffic, not have to worry about finding a parking spot, not having to worry about paying for that parking spot. Just getting on the bus, getting on the train, paying my little $2.50 and get to work. Peaceful. Relatively peacefully. It depends on the day. It depends, because sometimes everything's smooth, buses come on time, ain't nobody on there hollering, ain't nobody on there trying to stop the bus. Sometimes it's just a perfect day where you just get there in a reasonable amount of time and nobody acts a fool. It's rare, but it does happen. Keep hope alive. But Avery, when does the bus even come? Good question. So I'm not the best with directions. I'm a little directionally challenged. I know that my dad is watching this and I'm sorry I failed you. I use GPS for everything. Apple Maps is a little shaky, but I would recommend downloading the app called Moovit. Moovit. Like move, like a cow, like move it. Because it is going to tell you when your bus is supposed to be coming, when your train is supposed to be coming, how long it's going to take you to get to your destination, all of the options that you have in order to get there, including taking those Lyft bikes, those little electric scooters. If those are near you and you want to do that, please wear a helmet if you do. Whatever your preferred method of transportation, they're going to tell you how long it's going to take to get there. And it's super helpful. It can also give you walking directions from wherever your location is currently. So I love it. I think it's super useful. It's definitely more accessible than Apple Maps. I don't really care for Apple Maps, but sometimes I do use it if Moovit isn't as accurate as I need it to be at that moment. For all you folks on the road with your vehicles, your little cars, your little whips, I don't know what else to call them. Whatever. We're going to talk about that too. Now, by now you all know I don't believe in a lot of things. I don't believe in paying for my food to be delivered. I don't believe in baby boy. I do believe in New Jack City. Anyway, I don't believe in paying too much for parking. I really, really hate paying for parking. It's so hard for me to part with my money for someone to allow me to sit my car inside of a garage. Or better yet, on the street where there's no protection. Here's my money. This is stupid. But I am off my soapbox for now. What I really want to talk about is how we can save, because inevitably you're going to use your car to go places. That's why you have the car. So let's figure out how we can save some money when it comes to parking. I would absolutely 100% without a shadow of a doubt recommend Parkways. If you do not have Parkways, you need to download it immediately. Parkways is an awesome app that helps you find places to park that are less expensive than the original price of the parking garage. It is astronomical. One of my favorite vocab words. What me and my dad's philosophy is that ParkWiz goes to these garages and bigger, more crowded areas, downtown areas, what have you. They realize that all of those parking spaces aren't going to get filled up every single day, especially when it's $5 an hour to park. And that's probably on the more conservative side. So these people who own these hotels where the garages are, hospitals where the garages are, what have you, say, okay, we will allow you all to sell these spots at a lower rate because we weren't going to sell them anyway. So that is how I'm able to do things like find parking downtown Chicago. I literally work on Michigan Avenue. I can find a parking spot less than a 5-minute walk away from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for less than $10. I kid you not, I have receipts. I definitely recommend when you do park with ParkWiz to schedule it for an hour past when you think you're going to need it. I only say that because you never know. You just never know. I feel like every time I have an idea of when I'm going to leave somewhere, I never leave on time. And sometimes I be cutting it close when it comes to getting back to my parking garage to get my car on out of there. Because if you stay past the time that you paid for, they're going to charge you the actual rate that the garage charges in order for you to get out. And it's expensive. It's expensive. It ain't never happened to me for real. I just, I got friends and they tell me stories about how it'd be like 4-5 times as much as it should have been. So just park, like just pay for like an extra hour or so, okay? It's time. It's time for me to read y'all for real. 2 words. Ride, share. Ride. Say it with me now. Ride, share. All right, y'all. I realize that rideshare, like Lyft and Uber, are extremely convenient, but they are also extremely overpriced. I want you all to really go through and analyze the spending that you do utilizing rideshare, especially if you have a car. Now, if you do not own a vehicle, I do understand that, hey, it's like that sometimes. It's going to be a little bit more expensive. I totally hear you. But still, if you do have the option of public transportation, or the people who do have a car have an option to drive themselves places and pay for parking spots, I would absolutely recommend it, because Lyft and Uber are so expensive one way. Like, think about it. It's like you're never going to buy a plane ticket one way unless you never plan on coming back, right? So you also have to pay for a plane ticket back, or you pay for a round trip. Now with Lyft and Uber, you do the same thing. I would definitely say if you are someone who is not looking to part ways with your rideshare habits, definitely add that into your budget. That generally becomes a big part of our budget, but we don't always factor it in because it's not like a car payment or, paying for gas for your car or putting money on your Venture card. But Lyft and Uber is a huge bill that we rack up every single month. Also, think about all of the hidden costs of rideshare. Similarly to food delivery services, y'all see how they are correlating? This is not an accident. It's not an accident. You really have to pay for convenience, because if you're going to do the right thing and order a Lyft and your driver gets you there in one piece and, doesn't bother you when you have your headphones in, you're going to do the right thing and you're going to tip them, right? I have a heart. It ain't that big. I always tip at least a little bit. But that's an extra tip that I'm giving to somebody else for doing something that I personally could have done myself. I'm like, you just did your job. I don't tip the CTA bus driver. Anyway, if you do need a Lyft, I highly recommend scheduling your trip. If you know that, you're going to be at work all day, you're going to take a Lyft to work today, right? I would recommend scheduling your Lyft to come for when you know you're going to be about to get off work. Because for me, I get off work now at 5 o'clock. Praise God. It used to be 6. Regardless, it's going to be a pretty busy time. And that's when there is a surge in prices. So the algorithm is smarter than us. So, they realize what we're doing if it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm scheduling another Lyft for 6:30 in the evening. They know what we're doing and they are going to account for that in the price. But it is always going to be a few dollars cheaper than if you try to call it at rush hour. I found this out the hard way when I said, I know I'm going to need a Lyft around this time, but this is expensive. Maybe I'll get lucky and the price will go down at rush hour. Nope, if I had scheduled it, it would have been $7 cheaper. $7 whole dollars. I was salty. As always, these are my humble opinions. I really hope that they do help you in some way if you do use rideshare, if you have your own car, if you use public transportation. If you have any feedback for me, please send it my way. I am always forever grateful. Please leave me comments. Let me know how you like these episodes. Let me know if you have a favorite part. Let me know if you want me to elaborate on anything. I'm serious. I ain't got nothing better to do. And I want to talk to y'all. Now it's time to wrap it up then. Don't forget to follow me at WeSaveWithAbe _, on Instagram and Twitter. Also on Facebook. And also don't forget to follow Ausar at Ausar, AUSAR. I almost forgot how to spell it. On everything. Look him up. Listen to his music. It's very beautiful. You will not regret it. As always, it is a pleasure. And I will see you all next week on season 1, episode 7, Cut the Cups. Online shopping edition. Woohoo! Y'all not ready. Woo! Better get ready. Don't forget to subscribe now. Go ahead. This is the time. You're already here. You want some. You want to what? Come on now. And meet me next week here, Sunday at 7. And never forget, scared money don't make money, y'all. Have a good evening. See you next week.